lower Mathioya River, and we are working on amphibians and reptiles, and mostly amphibians, they are good indicators of water quality. So it's an indication that the quality of the water, if it's good for the amphibians, good for the indicator species, it means the water is also good for human consumption and also the community around. In amphibians, one of the good indicators of a good and pristine environment, one of the species is a rangi paddle frog, which is mostly restricted to upstreams of rivers and mostly areas which are not highly disturbed. And when you move slightly lower, you get other species like the Kinango paddle frog, which is mostly in the moderately disturbed areas. And when you go to lower areas like where we are at the moment in Mathioya River, the lower Mathioya River, you can get widespread species in which mostly they are tolerant to some forms of disturbance, such as savanna ridged frog, gamma lizards, and even striped skink. This is Mitai stream and swamp. It is characterized by having some arrowroots, some reeds, some vegetables like cabbages, and also some maize farms. And on the slopes there are some tea zones. It is the zone of Odaya. We found 3 species. One is a mascarene ridged frog, the other one is Peter's reed frog, and the last one is Kinago paddle frog. The Kinago paddle frog is endemic to the Kenya Central Islands. They are all found from pristine sites, but they are more common in moderate disturbed sites. And this side of Mitai at this season is not that bad because the wetland plants, they self-regulate and clean, they filter the water so that the species can survive well. And that is the reason as to why the species could be found here, unlike maybe a time when it is very dry, when maybe the water is highly polluted. At this moment, the site is not very bad. It's in good condition. Jaro 5-toed skink is a forest floor species, mostly in the islands of central Kenya and northern Tanzania. It's also a good indicator of high altitude species and also forests quality.
This is the forest lizard, and it's a forest specialist. You find only in where there are pristine or indigenous forests that are remaining. We found it in Sagana fisheries, which is the Sagana Upper, and it's a good indicator of how well a forest is conserved.